What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Queen P, and I am back with another Keep It Raw podcast where we talk about everything in its truest and rawest form. So if you do not like the truth, this might not be the podcast for you. But today the subject is, why is there so many women single today? Yeah, y'all, so we about to get to it, y'all. We about to get right into it. Okay, guys, shout out to the person in my comments that asked me to talk about this subject because I thought it was an amazing subject, and I just love talking about like real life situations, y'all. Like, that's what ignites my soul. You know, I don't want to talk about that small talk stuff. I love talking about big subjects, you know, subjects that make people uncomfortable. But I feel like you should be able to talk about real uncomfortable situations. Like, that's the real key to life, to have somebody you could unravel these kind of conversations, and you know, it'd be a great debate and we move on with our life. We agree to disagree, okay? So chime in the comments, talk to me, y'all, on this subject specifically, because it's about to get real good and juicy. So for my podcast, I'm gonna try not to edit too much because I feel like podcasts, you're supposed to just let it run. So I'm gonna try not to make too many mistakes that I gotta edit out, you know? I'm gonna just, let it roll. I'm gonna just let it roll so it can just seem like real raw or whatever. So I feel like he said, this is a comment he said to me in my comments on my last video. He said that he feels like a lot of women are focusing more on their career, you know, not really too much relationships or whatever. You know, they're single. And, you know, he said he's from back in the day, in the 80s or whatever. So it's, you know, it's different now. And I want to chime in on that. Like, this is about to get so good. So I feel like, and also I want more women to comment. Like, of course, men are going to comment on my stuff and say how they feel, but they don't know how we feel from our perspective. Like, I need y'all to talk to me. Like, y'all talk to me, not just the men. I want more women on this subject. Like, come on now, come on up in here. Don't be afraid, drop them comments, say how you feel on this subject. Like, why are you single in this day? Just drop it in the comments of why you are single. So I feel like women are tired. Like, I'm gonna break it down, but I kind of feel like women are tired. And let's say this, that cheating is not just a new generation thing, because I know a lot of people like to say that, and I used to say that too. And it's, when I look at the history and everything, like, granddaddies was down the street cheating with 4 or 5 women. You know what I'm saying? People was having kids with the woman around the corner for the longest. Like, this is not something new. I just feel like everything is broadcasted now. So you can literally get on social media and find out that somebody man and cheated on them because they about to tell you the whole story on their story. And now you then turn into a First 48 investigator because now you need to dissect the whole story. You don't even know this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel like, you know, people are finding out about people cheating now. And I feel like it's just more so you could find out anything because of social media now. So it's totally different, because back in the day, they used to handle things in the home, you know. They didn't go outside of the home and tell people their business or what was going on. Like, the woman, you know, decided to stick by her man's side, and, you know, he was a provider. He provided for the family. She didn't have to work. She took care of home, you know, folded the clothes. You know, she laid down when he wanted her to lay down, all that stuff. So back in the day was totally different from now. You know, everything is on broadcast. Like, you could literally find who you need to find in a day or so, or less than a day or whatever, because we have this internet, we have this high technology now. So I feel like women are not wanting to take BS from men anymore. Like, they don't want to just be with a man because, you know, women were told back in the day, like, oh, you got you a good man. You know, he pay all the bills. He do everything for you. So what if you cheat? That's just what men do. Listen, I feel like a lot of women from back in the day say that all the time. Girl, that's just what men do. Like, don't worry about that. Don't worry yourself with that. You just worry about, you know, being his wife, being this good woman. You worry about that. Don't worry about what you're doing outside of the home. And for me, it's like, yeah, no. I don't understand it. I was raised on morals, respect, you know what I'm saying? I was raised to be a wife, you know, so I have all those qualities as a woman, you know. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed with all the substance I have in myself, you know, because it's very overwhelming at times too, because this is all people see, and that's not what I see. Granted, I know I'm beautiful. And some people do get offended on here, like, oh, you know, you too full of yourself, blah, blah, blah. I'm full of myself because everything in my past was people not loving me, people taking advantage of me, people not caring about me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love on myself real hard now. I love myself. Nobody loves me like I love me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's important for you to find yourself. And when you find yourself, you're going to love yourself as well. So when you find that, you'll understand why I do it so much. And I do it openly. I don't give a damn who don't like it. I love myself because my past was pain and, you know, people doing me super dirty, you know, so I overlove myself now. And I don't have no problem with people doing me wrong no more. Like, don't get me wrong, I still hurt and pain when people do me wrong because I don't be expecting it, but I'm still gonna get up, you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna move on with my life because I love myself. Like, it's just, unfortunately, you know, when you have a good heart, that's just what come with it, right? So, yeah. But anyways, I feel like women are tired. And men today are not men at all. Like, you have men that want to play house, but they're not really trying to settle down. They're not really trying to go to that next level, you know? They're not doing the things that I seen as an image of a man when I was growing up. Like, my dad took care of the bills, you know, he paid the bills. He made sure my mom was good. My mom, you know what I'm saying? Of course, she had a job, you know, she worked or whatever, but he still spoiled her. He did everything for her. He was the man of the house. He didn't play about his kids, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't playing that, you know, but like growing up and seeing an actual man and then seeing the kind of men that are available for me today, I'm not interested, you know? So when I say that I don't want to date, I don't want to be in a relationship, people automatically jump to me and be like, oh, you damaged, whatever, you scared, you know? And that's so annoying because ain't no damage in me. I done got my head split wide open. And I'm still full of love. I'm still all love, you know? So that's not the case. The case is I'm not wasting my time, flat out. And it's not a sense of, oh, how you know if you don't try? I'm good. I'm good, y'all. I don't know what the dating pool got in it, but I'm not meant to be dating around. I don't have the patience. I don't have the time. I'm just tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally all of my 20s up to me now being 31, all I know is pain. I don't know what real love is. I can't even lie to you and tell you I know what it is because I ain't never had it before. But I do have real love from my father, my dad. I know what real love is. That man loves me to death. And that's kind of sad. Like, that's the only love. I'm sure that if I don't have no love like that, I'm good on it. I'm good on it, right? Like, I don't care what it looked like to nobody else because I feel like people be telling me I'm damaged and all this because they don't even care whether I want to date or not. They just upset because they can't conquer me or they can't get what they want out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all it be. It's not really the fact of caring that I don't want to date. Like, you want something out of me and you can't get it, so now you're trying to hit below the belt. That don't work on me. Next caller. You know, like, you go heal yourself because you don't confront somebody like that just because they tell you they don't want to date or be in a relationship. How about you suggest, like, okay, we could take it so, you know, let's be friends, let's just kick it. Cool. But don't tell me I'm damaged off rip because I'm not interested in nobody. I'm not interested in dating. I'm not interested in none of that. Like, I really became asexual, and it's not because of the damage or the pain that I felt back in the day. It's just the fact that I would rather just focus on myself. I would rather pour into me what I pour into everybody. And that's nothing but love and aspiration, inspiration, motivation. Like, I got to make sure I don't lose myself in the midst of all this foul stuff we got going on in today's world. It's real foul. Like, I be on TikTok, right? And literally it's so many people hurting, so many people crying out and telling their situation. Like, I woke up today and my man told me he didn't want to be with me no more. He don't know if he want to be with me no more. Like, do y'all know how much that hurts to know that you can relate to these situations? Like, dang, that happened to me too. That's crazy, like, right? Like, it's not, and it feels good to know that it's just not me, but it also hurts. Like, I hurt for women that are going through these situations, because it's like, how do you just go from creating a whole life with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You take them through all these steps and making them feel like they're safe, just to wake up and drop the ball. Like, yeah, I don't know if I want to be here. What? Huh? Like, it's sick. It's so sick of the things that's going on. Like, it's a coward move to awaken a woman's soul just to put your dark poison in it. It's sick. And then you waking up comfortable every day. You don't give a damn. You just feel like you did the right thing. You waking up every day, you comfortable. You making your money. Your life is the same. Because you the one, you felt like you got the weight off your shoulders, but all the weight is dropped on her or him if a woman did that to a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's both ways. It's crazy the things that are going on in the world today. And you go about your life and you done kill somebody else's. That's crazy. I'm good. Like, I just feel like people are damaged, they're hurt, they haven't healed from their past. You know what I'm saying? Men just do not wake up and be evil one day. There is always a reason. Your ex came back that you know you were never over, but you were so busy trying to run into a new life with somebody else to try to, you know what I'm saying, forget what you feel for her. She done came back, and now you evil when you walk in the house. Your energy off. You know what I'm saying? And now the girl that you wouldn't notice it, and now you flipping out on her, or, you know what I'm saying, you running out because you knew you wasn't over your ex. You knew you were not healed from the past, but you dragged her with you. And now you about to make that coward move, right? Oh, I don't want to be with you no more. Like, it's crazy, and people be playing the crazy. So what he did was he awakened her soul, put poison in it, and then went back to his regular life. And he good. He living his life. He's sleeping with 5, 6, 7 women that he was doing before when he got with her. He doing that over again, and he entertaining his ex. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's mad wild to me, you know? But then eventually they always come back around. They always circle the block, right? And now you back in her ear. Oh, I made him stay. My life ain't been the same since you been gone. Like, that's men's favorite line. Men, am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying? Because y'all know you got some homeboys to do this. Like, your life was the same. It went back to the same way you had it before I even came. You ain't do nothing different. You ain't do nothing different. You not doing nothing different. But you want to try to come back over here, and you know you won't have no plan. You just know that you wanna be in my face. You want me to notice you. You want to try to love bomb me and then pull out. And now I'm the only one. I'm trying to figure out. I'm confused if you love me or not. Let me tell you something, ladies. If you confused, he don't love you. He do not want you. He's playing games. He's playing games. Let it go altogether. I mean, I don't care what you got to do. Flat out. Like, that's sad, because it's a lot of women who don't mind just having, you know, sexual interactions. Y'all have so many women that don't mind just sleeping around just like you do. But instead, you go find the good women. You don't want them you don't want the women. You just want to play with them women, but you want to find a good woman. You know what I'm saying? You want her to conform to everything you want in your life that you would want out of a woman. And then you do her the dirtiest. You drag her through the mud, and she never even asked for that, right? Because this is the thing with me, like, I value men who tell the truth. Tell the truth. Flat out. You knew I was too much for you. You knew you was never going to be able to step up to the plate. But instead, men will still go after good women just to I almost cussed, just to mess their life up, right? Or try to, or damage her. Why? I seen this thing this man did, and he said, you don't want the whole cake, but you want a piece of the cookie. Did y'all hear what I said? He said, you don't want the whole cake, you just want a piece of the cookie. So basically what he was saying was, you taking a piece out of a cookie, right? He had a whole cookie jar. Literally, he was biting a piece of the cookie, taking another cookie, a whole cookie, right? Biting another piece out of it. He not eating the whole cookies, taking another cookie, biting a piece out of the cookie. He got all these cookies that he just taking a piece out of. Pieces from each woman, you just taking a piece, right? Taking a piece of that cookie. Disposing of that, you don't really want that. You just playing around with it, right? You don't want to take the whole cake. And that's meaning a wholesome woman. You don't want to do nothing with her. You just want to keep taking pieces out of each cookie. When I said that message was so powerful, it's very powerful and it's very relatable of what's going on in today's world, which is leaving so many people damaged, traumatized, don't want to even, you know what I'm saying? They good. Now they living life on their own. They just like, I'm not playing them kind of games. Don't know, everybody don't wish to be in pain. You feel what I'm saying? So like if you toxic, go where the toxicity is. Go over there. Toxic city. Go on over there. You know what I'm saying? Stay over there, right? I feel for a lot of women, and not even just women, it's a lot of men that's going through it too. But the topic today is, why is there so many women single? I'm not even talking about women who cry and they cheating too. We're not talking about the, you know what I'm saying, the women that are no different from the men that's cheating or whatever. We're not talking about the women. We're talking about the women that never asked to be in the situations that they in. But I guess that's the risk you take for being in love, right? Like like everything I do is with love, because I feel like the only thing that can heal anything is love. You feel what I'm saying? So like, people are running away from love only to be in the darkest spot they ever gonna be in for the rest of their life, if you don't understand that love is the only thing that can cure anything that has happened to you. Because when you get real love, you suddenly forget everything that has happened to you. Not forget, but it just turns your whole world around, because literally that's the cure. But nobody wants to hear that. Everybody just want to run around and just take pieces of everybody's cookie, and they know they don't want it, and just dispose of the rest of the cookie. That ain't doing nothing but creating a horrible cycle. So I feel like, women are tired. Women don't want to conform to, oh, my man pays all my bills, so I'm just going to let him cheat. I'm just going to be the good woman that cleans the house and cooks and clean, and I'm getting cheated on. I have to worry about getting HIV and AIDS and STD, because I'm going to tell you something. I have major LCD. I'm good on that. Flat out. Like, I couldn't even imagine that. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not playing them kind of games. I don't care if you use protection. It's not a good feeling to know that you're 100% loyal to the person you with. And you hear men say all the time, like, men were never meant to be with just one woman. You know what I'm saying? They could do what they want to do. It's the woman's job to, you know what I'm saying, hold the fort down and don't do nothing to, you know what I'm saying, make your man mad, or, you know what I'm saying, make him want to leave you. It's just, I feel like it's just so disheartening to be a woman in this generation, because now that we are tired and we don't want to put up with a man that cheats on us, and you know what I'm saying, he's a great man because he takes care of the home. Like, this is how other men view him, because that's all they care about. They don't care about the fact that he cheat. You know what I'm saying? He's a good man because he provides for you. He's solid to his friends. You know what I'm saying? They look at that as him being a good man, but it has nothing to do with, oh, he cheats on you. Oh, that's what all men do. What? Like, like I don't understand it. Excuse my voice, y'all. I don't understand it. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. So there is a lot of women who focus on their career. They focus on making sure that their life is, you know what I'm saying, set, because they don't know if they're ever going to find the person for them. I'm telling y'all how women feel, like, and that's why I want women to chime in. Like, tell me if I'm wrong or right. But I kind of feel like I know women, because I am a woman, and I know how they feel. The good women. I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking about the women who cheat on y'all and cry and be acting like they so hurt and they was cheating too. No, I'm talking about the women that are 100% loyal. Like, They never asked for that. So they are focusing on their career. They're focusing on making sure that they are straight because they don't know if they're ever going to meet a man of their caliber, a man that, you know what I'm saying, feels the same way they feel, somebody they feel safe with. They don't know if they're going to meet that person. So they are focusing on themselves and their career more. That doesn't mean that, oh, they're lonely. Like, yeah, I feel like we feel alone at times. I do feel alone at times, you know, and it does make me sad sometimes. Like, dang, like, it really just might be me forever. But at the same time, I'm cool with that because literally, like I said, from my 20s till now, I've always been in a long-term relationship. So I kind of feel like I set myself up for failure when I was younger for even trying to be committed when I was younger. Why would you do that? I always tell myself that, like, why didn't you just have a fun phase? Why didn't you just have fun? Like, I was too busy trying to show that I was a great woman and blah, blah, blah. They didn't care about that. I still got done dirty. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, if somebody want to do you dirty, they gonna do that to you, you know? So I kind of feel like back in the day, I wish I did not focus on trying to be a good woman. I kind of feel like I wish I would have focused on just having fun like everybody else was. Like, granted, I used to go out with my friends. I used to be the designated driver all the time because I was the one with the car all the time. But I was always in a relationship. I was always in a long-term relationship. And it's just like, dang, I just wish I would have been free and had fun. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about trying to be loyal to somebody who was already outside doing their thing. You know? So, yeah. So, yeah, that just sums it up. I feel like women are tired. I know for a fact, like, it's some crazy things going on, y'all. And I know I'm not the only one that's seeing it. Like, I seen this video where this girl had went bowling with this guy, right? And his fiance popped up. His fiance popped up. Sir, what are you doing taking me on a date and you're about to get married? What are you doing? Like, this is what I mean. Like, what are you doing going on a date with somebody and you have a fiance? Excuse me? Like, this is what we are up against. We have men. Let's not even get on men that are married and they be the main candidates looking for women. They be the main candidates looking for women. Why are you looking for women if you're married? And I'm not saying it's just men, because I know women cheat in their marriages too. But again, the subject is, I was asked to talk about why so many women are single. And I'm talking about good women. I don't know about the women. I'm not talking about the women. I don't want to talk about the women that are cheating. I'm talking about the good women that get caught in crossfires because you awaken her soul and you know that you're not ready for her, or you never wanted to be with her. You know that the only person that you really deserve is your ex. Ooh, that's gonna sting a little bit. And I don't care. I feel like this. Good women always see the good in men. They always try to see the good in the person they dating. They always trying to, awaken something that's not in the man. Because honestly, all you're doing is really reflecting all your good onto them. You ain't talking about nobody but yourself. You are the good person. You the one that's meant for everything that you're trying to, let them know that they're meant for. It's you. That's your calling, not theirs. So I feel like good women tend to see so much potential in a man that just ain't there. He was never meant to get out the hood. That's gonna sting a little bit. Because I'm gonna say this. A lot of people don't want to elevate. They just want to make it sound good. Because we got social media, right? Social media make everything look good. It got you thinking that people are really getting to it, right? Ain't doing nothing. Ain't doing nothing. Just want the attention from people. They was never meant to go nowhere but where they at. So I feel like a lot of good women get caught in the crossfire because they too busy trying to speak life into something that he not even showing you he capable of. Woo! Woo, that's a lot. Let's take a second. For real, let's take a second. Because if you think about it, I ain't told one lie. Because he left you, right? He left you because he couldn't handle. He was never meant for what you were trying to make him out to be. A lot of men complain about good, finding good women and all this, but they didn't drug about 20 women in the mud. They didn't have all these opportunities to settle down and be a good man, right? They ain't want that. She wasn't toxic enough. She didn't scream at you enough. She wasn't, you know what I'm saying? She was too peaceful. Whatever the case might be, because it's not just men who do this. Women do that too. He wasn't toxic enough. He was too, he checked on you too much. Or, you know what I'm saying? He didn't give you enough. He didn't ignore you enough. Or she didn't ignore you enough. It's all the things you got to deal with when you deal with people has kind of made me not even be a people person. And I'm cool regardless in person, but it made me not want to be a people person, because it's just too much. People be doing way too much. Like, life is hard because people make it hard. Life is not hard to me. It's real simple. If I want something, I'm gonna go get it, flat out. And I'm gonna treat it like I don't have it, flat out. That's just me as a person, but I can't expect everybody to be like me. And other good women can't expect people to be, you can't expect people to be like you. But that's really what it's down to. Look at what we up against. Men don't want to build a foundation. They don't want to stay home. They don't want to have one woman. They want to have everything. One is not enough for them. And the one that they have, they neglecting her for everybody else in the world on social media, right? Because I can guarantee you there's so many men that are so-called in a relationship or married. I bet you could find them in at least one person DM right now. They in a direct messages on social media, trying to holler. They telling somebody right now that they stuck in a situation they can't get out of. You won't let him go. Oh, I just stay with her, but we ain't together. Woo! Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Look, y'all. Y'all know I'm random because I think so much, but I gotta get this out because I'm gonna tell y'all this. I done had so many situations in my head. Like, I done ran this play in my head so many times where I'm like, dang, what if a guy was telling a girl like, oh, we just staying together, we ain't together, and then she won't let me leave, or she can't take care of herself, or my G, what you say? Huh? Listen. This sounds crazy to even hear, because that's embarrassing. One thing I don't like is being embarrassed. Don't you ever tell no woman I got you pent up. Who? Queen? Nah. You must got the wrong person. I'm gonna let them think everything is peaches and cream that day when I find that message. I'm gonna let them go to work like everything is well wherever you going for the day. Have a great day. He gonna come home with all his stuff outside, and I'm never gonna talk to him again. Like, I've had this scenario in my head, y'all, because I've seen this happen to women, and women talk about it all the time. Like, especially on TikTok. Like, there's so many people hurting. That's crazy that, the situations that people be in. Like, you really telling, you about to get married next week, and you telling somebody you don't want to get married? You proposed to me. Baby, listen. That man's stuff will be outside, and I will never talk to him again. Like, when you talk about cold, when people tell me I'm cold, that's what they mean by me being cold. Emotions for what? What am I going to explain? I found what I found. Bye. See ya. Have a nice life. Matter of fact, no, I'm not telling you have a nice life. Because if something was to happen to you, they ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? Like, people be leaving you for dead and then want to come back and think you supposed to be there. You left me with nothing. And you think I'm about to be by your side? I'm going to pray for you. And I ain't going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the good heart in me. But it was F me to the core. Like, this is how delusional people be. Like, I hope it ain't nobody. I be hoping it ain't nobody out there telling them a story like that. Because I ain't never called nobody back. I ain't never begged nobody to come back. I ain't never begged nobody to be with me. Huh? Where we do that at? I promise y'all, like, that is embarrassing, y'all. Like, it be so embarrassing to, like, I'm never telling my stories about my pain because I don't never want to give nobody 2 seconds of shine that, you know, hurt me in the past. It's good. I'm all good. I'm good on that. I'm never explaining them stories. You know what I'm saying? I know what happened. I know what happened. Like, I'm embarrassed for people to even say they dated me. Oh yeah, I used to be with her. And let me add this, that it's not a flex to say you had certain women and you not with them no more. I feel like fellas, like when you have a dude like that, a friend like that, and they be bragging and like, oh yeah, I had her before. Like, you really, like, when you know that woman is a good woman, y'all know what women be good and what women don't be. You know what I'm saying? When you see a woman that's phenomenal, y'all need to be checking y'all dudes. Like, you flexing for what? Like, why you won't got her no more? Like, what you do? Like, or what happened? Cause you know me, always lying. They always be lying. Like, that's another thing. Like, don't lie on me. Don't lie and make yourself look good like you just had me. You ain't had nothing. You just upped yourself out of a great situation. Say that and leave it at that. Stay toxic, but don't ever try to tarnish my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, seriously, like, I don't know, for me, I don't like being embarrassed, y'all. I cut somebody else so fast for that. Don't ever in your life. Like, it's not a flex to say you had me and you don't have me no more. And I know good women gonna feel me when I say that. You know, like, don't do that. Don't do that. Do that to your other women that you got, the women that you really deserve to be with. Because you was never meant to be over here with me anyway. You know, like, I like honest people who be like, yeah, I messed up. That was my fault. Yeah, do that. But all that extra stuff, men be on, certain men, like, just childish, immature behavior. Like, it's not a turn on for men to be immature at their age. They be, like, people be 30 and up just childish. Like, granted, we not old, but at the same time, you should be pushing for better, for more. Talking about you had me. Hang it up. Where you at now? What you doing now? Nothing. The same stuff you been doing. Since your early 20s, you still doing that. Come on now, you ain't doing nothing. I guarantee you, I'm not telling people I know you. Matter of fact, I don't need to speak on nobody I'm not messing with no more. Flat out, I'm not going to your page. I'm not visiting your sister page, your uncle page, your best friend page. Matter of fact, I done blocked all of them. Yes, I'm one of those, because I need people to understand that ain't nobody searching for you. Don't come looking for me. I don't care if you ever think about me in your lifetime. Because one thing about me, and I feel like I wish more women were like this, when you decide not to be with somebody, right? When you decide not to be with somebody, understand they're going to be with other people. Flat out. You ain't the only person in the world. They're going to be with other people. But when you made that decision not to be with them, you should have already put that in the calculation and take that up on the chin. Take it up. Take it to the head. You know they gonna be with somebody else. You know they gonna be sleeping with somebody else, multiple women, whatever. They gonna be doing them, right? What does that have to do with you? Don't let that hurt you. What are you crying for? You knew that was gonna happen. You're not the only person in the world, but what is that? That still doesn't sum up to who you are as a woman. You still who you are. Your value speaks more than all of that they got going on. It doesn't matter. You know, women get caught up on, oh, he's with somebody else now. And I'm that friend. What you care for? So what? How you even know that? Because honestly, me, I don't know who is dealing with who. Once I'm done with them, you're done. I don't even remember your name. Call me cold-hearted. You can call me whatever. But I'm loyal to the core. I'm about that life. Like, everything I seem to be is who I am for real in life. Like, I don't have to speak for myself. So when somebody do me dirty, you earn my cold-heartedness. I don't owe you nothing. Flat out. Don't come looking for me. Don't do nothing. You know? Granted, people always come back around. I don't it was cute back in the day. I used to like that. Like, oh, you know, they came back around. Like, yeah, because I knew you crazy if you thought. I don't tell people, like, oh, you gonna miss me when I'm gone. Absolutely not. You don't have to. They always gonna come back. But now at my big old age, It's not attractive no more. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I tell y'all, like, I don't want to date, I'm not looking for nothing, I'm not interested at all. Like, that's not something. I'm just saying, like, I really don't have no interest, because the only thing I'm interested in is a real man, flat out. And if I was to so happen to meet that man, if I was to so happen to meet this man, this what this man will be like, because women are not just single just because nowadays. Like, it's real sad out here. It's real sad out here. If I was to meet a man today, and that man was a real man, I'm talking about not 99.5% man, I'm talking about 110% all man, oh, y'all never see me no more. Not, I'll still be making videos, but it wouldn't be another man that could make me want him. Because granted, yeah, people will be sticking in relationships for crazy things, but my man will be 110% man. All men. I mean, he's all men plus some. That man will not be afraid to come get me. Because when I hear R&B songs from back in the day, oh baby, they wasn't afraid to be outside singing in the rain. I want to see that. But honestly, I don't even want it to get to that point. I want somebody who know that I am not disposable. I'm not the one to be played with. I want somebody to know that that girl is that girl. I want them to know that so much that they know it's other beautiful women in the world. Because I look at beautiful women like, Jesus, what's your parents' name? Where are your parents from? But Jesus, you're beautiful. Like, I do that all the time. But I want a man to know that they woman is that girl. I'm that girl. And I'm not playing with my girl. My girl ain't going nowhere. I ain't second guessing nothing. I'm not going to wake up and decide I don't want to be with her no more, right? I want a man that spoils me. Because I feel like back in the day, I was laid back. I was super laid back. Like, I didn't require much. So I feel like that gave the wrong message. But in the same sense, I'm still the same way. But no, I'm very vocal about it. And I'm like, yeah, I like to be spoiled, flat out. Because I feel like I deserve that. I'm low maintenance, but there's nothing regular about me, if that makes sense, you know? Don't lay back with me. Everything you did to get me, you gotta do that for the rest of the relationship, or you gonna lose me. I don't care what you did. Like, I feel like a lot of men think that once I have sex with her, oh, I got her. I'm not that girl. Like, I don't even speak on sex because I feel like it's nobody's business about my, you know, nobody needs to know that. I'm just not that woman who talks about that kind of stuff. But I feel like that never made any decision for me. If you wasn't a good man, none of that matters at all. Like, you gotta be a whole man to deal with me. And yeah, that intimidates a lot of men, because I'm sure in myself. I know that if you sit at this table, your life is set. Flat out. And we're not talking about financially. We're not talking about what I can do for you. When you have a woman that is fully equipped mentally, she not lazy, she literally push you to your highest self, you can never lose with a woman like that. You can never lose with a woman like that. It's somebody who really has your back. Like, because people always be into this money thing. What does money have to do with anything? Men be paying women bills and still be outside doing them. She just want her bills paid. I'm gonna pay her bills. She ain't going nowhere. I could still do me. Like, I don't want no man like that. Like, if I don't have a good man attached to everything that's great about him, then I don't want it. Of course I want to be spoiled. If I had a man that paid all my bills and he was a great man to me, he was loyal to me like I was loyal to him, oh my God.
Oh my God.
For real, like, what? Hey. Like, that's the only thing that intrigues me. Money doesn't intrigue me. A good man is attractive. a good man that will protect me. I want my man to not play about me. Like, when it come to me, I feel like I can't settle. Like, I have so much substance within myself. It's only right that a man of his higher self that ain't playing no games can have me. Flat out. Like, I can't play around with the mediocre stuff. I'm good on it. I'm great on it, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was so happen to meet my husband tomorrow, I would be forever grateful. I might cry some crocodile tears. I'm talking about, I don't care who see me. I know I'm a boo-hoo cry because I'm gonna feel like, thank you, God. You saved me. I'm saved. I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? Because outside is not where it's at. Dating is not where it's at, y'all. Like, who agrees with me? Like, dating in this generation is not it at all. Like, the being a man perspective is not there. You know, trying to be passive aggressive and awakening women's souls when you know you had no intention to do her right. To sum it up, I feel like women are tired. They are tired of having to do everything on their own. They're tired of a man just not being a real man, because a great man does not cheat on his woman. It's crazy to me that men really feel like, I can do what I want to do. I can sleep with 100 women, but my woman got to be at home and she can't do nothing, or I'm done with her. It's embarrassing, and I'm just good on playing a part of the circus. I don't even want nobody to be able to say that they had me anymore. I don't want nobody to say, oh, I'm talking to her. Like, I want a grown man, I want a man that's not playing about me at all, you know? And I feel like a lot of women feel like they have so much to offer, and these men just playing games. Like, I couldn't imagine about to get married and the man is telling somebody that he don't want to get married. That's embarrassing. Please don't waste my time like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's what we be up against, because, you know, and I hear this all the time, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you got to go through my phone. We don't need to be together. It ain't even about going through the phone. What you got to hide? Why are you hiding stuff in the phone anyway? Off rip, if you can't touch your person's phone, you need to be leaving. Don't even worry about what's in the phone. Just say you good on it. Like, I feel like people really got to be okay with just saying that wasn't for me and keep it moving. Do you really want to be stuck with somebody like that? A coward like that? Do you really want to be stuck with somebody that's really not meant for you? Because a person that's for you, your life gonna be lit. Oh God, listen, I know when I meet my person, my life is going to be super lit. Lit every day. Because I'm lit every day. I'm not turning myself down to be with somebody. You ain't the one. Like, I really, like, I'm such on high energy every day. Like, I value my energy. I value being happy. I value doing things to make me happy every day. I can't imagine waking up to somebody that got a dark soul every day. You dark every day. Your energy is urine. Keep it, baby. Keep it. I'm good. I'm just such a simple person. If it ain't working, I'm good. And I'm not saying I've never hurt in the past. Like, y'all might see my strength, but I have hurt over things that I wish I didn't have to go through, but at the end of the day, I went through it. And I still feel the same way. Well, thank God. Thank God them True Colors showed. Because I would have been stuck with that. I feel like everybody should feel like that. But yeah, let's talk about it in the comments though, because I feel like this generation, love is hard to come across. And I see so many people appreciating, like, people be really emotional when they find a person. I'll be emotional for them too, like, oh, I feel your pain. Like, it's that serious. Like, it's hard to find good people today. Everybody has a motive. Not everybody, but I feel like a lot of people have motives. It's the reason why they messing with you. They might just be messing with you for clout, or they want to let people know, like, oh, I used to talk to her because you got a little name now. Now they want to use your name, or they want to hit you up to, you know, show people that I used to talk to her. It's just, everything is weird now. Real weird. So yeah, I feel like that's a lot of reasons that I just gave y'all of why women are single today. They're tired. Like, if you're gonna do everything on your own, you might as well be by yourself. Who wants to be with a man that won't even stand up for her, or she just wants you to come get her and show her that you love her, and you can't do it because you know you want some BS. You know you still hoeing around or doing whatever you want to do, but you won't let her go. That's why I feel like women, you need to be the one to let these men go. Let them flock. Bye. What's the point of keeping them? They doing it anyway. Move on. Like, I'm a big advocate of move on with your life. I don't care if you gotta cry about it every day. You need to be moving towards the goal. They're not the goal. They was meant to be left behind, so leave them back there. Let them flex. Let them whatever. Because I tell y'all, I'm really embarrassed by the people that can say they used to date me. I be hoping and praying that nobody's saying they used to date me. It's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. It's not cute. Like, social media has taken over everything because people feel like they have they feel like they have access to so many things, and you don't have access. Just because she look good doesn't mean she want you. You know what I'm saying? She might take you in and she might play games. She already got somebody that she stuck on too. She want somebody else, and you running after her, and she don't even want you, but you already got a good girl at home. Like, this is what we really dealing with in today's society. Like, I literally had somebody that was everything I wanted in a man, right? But he literally sat in my face on the phone all day. Y'all see how beautiful I am? It doesn't matter how beautiful you are. If a man want to do what he want to do, that's what he gonna do. But that's sad. You got everything that a good man is looking for right in front of your eyes, and you trying to mistreat it. Unfortunately, that had nothing to do with me, you know what I'm saying? That's their loss, but that's what we up against, you know what I'm saying? You got all this love to give. You got one person that's giving all this love, right? They got all this love to give, and the other person is doing nothing but sucking it out and playing games. So I want women to remember that, like, when y'all speaking all this life into a man that's not showing you that they are that man, I need you to understand that he's not that man. You are the one. That's your energy that you're giving off to him. It has nothing to do with him. So you need to let that man go, because he's showing you exactly what he deserves, and he deserves to be with his ex-girlfriend. For real. He doesn't deserve nothing greater than that, because that's all they be doing is running back to their girlfriends, playing games with all these women, having sex with multiple women when he's not with you. He broke up with you for no reason. That's what he's doing, sleeping around with multiple women. His old life is what he deserves. So let him have it. Yeah, y'all. That sums it up. I feel like women are single today because it's not a lot of real men today. Like, I don't see no images of back in the day. I don't see R&B here today. I see, if I was to look at the world from my point of view, I would just see a lot of hate. I feel a lot of jealousy from men. I feel like men have no real intention but to conquer as many women as they want. They don't really have no real intention. And I feel like that's real sad for women who do not want to participate in that kind of stuff. I don't respect men who lie about being monogamous and they know they want to be a hoe. There's nothing wrong with that. Do that. And I also respect men who do not lie about their preference. If you want multiple women, tell that. But it's not about that, because, you know, a lot of people feel like if I tell her, I'm not going to get her. And that's all you want to do is get her. And once you get her, you want to drop her on her head anyway. It's sad. It's terrible. And I'm just tired of men not being held accountable for the things they be doing to women. It's sad about the things that I'm seeing in today's world. It's depressing, honestly. Let's be honest. I'm more serious now, because I know I be joking and all that, but it's really sad. And it's just tiring. It's tiring of the nasty things that men be doing. And then a woman is told to just chuck it up and just be by his side and take it in. Whatever. I'll take the pain. I'll take the negative comments for y'all if y'all can't take it, because I can take it. Flat out, I'm a real strong woman, and I'm not going for that. That's sad. Why would I want that when I create a happy life? The only thing a man can do for me is come in and treat me amazing. Treat me like the queen I am. Because everything else I done already did for myself. All you can do is be good to me. And men don't want that. They want a weak woman to where they can conform her and, you know what I'm saying, she do what he say. She don't, you know, tell him his flaws. They don't want none of that. Because once you do that, they don't want to be there no more. Fine. That's fine with me. Like, I'm glad that you left me where you left me at. Great. Goodbye. Like, so that's why I feel like a lot of women are single, because a lot of men do not want that. They don't want a strong woman. They don't want a woman who is trying to, you know, better herself or focus on her career. But you guys have gave her no other things to do but focus on her career, because they can't focus. They can't depend on you. They can't depend on you. Like, people really be waking up and be like, I don't want to do this no more. I've never woke up and be like, yeah, I don't want him no more. Do y'all know how messed up that is? Do y'all know how sad that is? For people to be walking around really unhappy, and a woman or a man is thinking that they're, you know what I'm saying, they make this person happy, and you telling people that you don't want to be in a relationship, but you about to get married next week, or she had your baby and now you don't want her. Like, I could go all day on this subject, but I want y'all to chime in on the comments, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching this podcast. Like I always tell y'all, I will always try to bring you guys the best content, but I will always be my what? I will always be myself. Bye.